What is this thing? And why is my student using it? Stick around, because this little tool packs a powerful punch in math learning. Hi, I'm Laurie Fouts. I've been an educator for over 30 years, with the last 7 specifically focused on math intervention. My mission? To give students strategies that make math click, building confidence one step at a time. In some of our previous videos, we laid the groundwork for the math facts kindergartners need before moving into first grade. But here's the challenge. Too often, kids are pushed quickly through concepts without enough time to let them sink in. They may try to memorize without really understanding what's happening. And when that happens, students struggle to connect numbers, operations, and real meaning. Kids can't jump to abstract facts like 5 minus 0 or 7 minus 7 until they've had hands-on experiences modeling those problems. Students must understand numbers and operations deeply before they can hold on to them long-term. That's why we start with concrete tools, things students can see, touch, and move, before expecting them to work only with symbols and numbers on paper. One of the most powerful tools for this is the 10 frame. A 10 frame organizes numbers into groups of 5, just like our fingers. It helps kids organize objects they are counting and visualize the actions of adding and subtracting instead of just memorizing. So, how do we use a 10 frame? Over time, and especially in small groups, students should count out numbers or act out story problems by placing manipulatives on the 10 frame. For example, just the other day, I was working with a group of students with the 10 frame. One student counted out 13 objects, like the 13 here. She then wrote the numeral 13 and exclaimed, "Oh, I see the one group of 10. It matches this, and the 3 matches here." What an amazing revelation. Another day, I told my students a math story. I said there were 5 hamburgers on a plate. My mom came by and put no more hamburgers on the plate. How many hamburgers are on the plate? You would think they said 5, but in reality, they said 0, because that was the last number they heard in the story. Then we acted it out using cubes and a 10 frame. There were 5 hamburgers on the plate. How many? 5. So we placed 5 cubes on the 10 frame, just like this. Some kids went ahead and counted out the 5, but one girl said, "I don't even need to count it out because I know there are 5 squares on the top row." She definitely has had some experience with the 10 frame. Then I said, "Well, my mom came by and put no more hamburgers on the plate." The students knew that the number 0 means nothing. So we acted it out, pretending to add 0. Let's grab nothing and put it on the plate. So, how many hamburgers are on the plate? Then they could see the 5 that were still there, and they were amazed. I love a 10 frame because it organizes a student's understanding of what different numbers look like. Over time, they will be able to relate 6 to a 5 and a 1. 5 plus 1 is 6. Or that over time, they will be able to relate 7 as a 5 and 2. This easily relates to our fingers, which is a powerful connection. Students should also sketch what these math stories look like. In sketching our hamburger story, we could easily draw a quick representation of the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like on the 10 frame, and write the fact 5 hamburgers plus no more that mom put on the plate is the same as or is the sum of 5. You can even draw the quantity of 7 as a 5 and a 2. 5 plus 2, the sum is 7. This step of representing with a sketch also helps them to connect the concrete with the abstract, and that's epic. But here's the key. This can't be done in one day and then rushed away. Kids need repeated opportunities to revisit different counting, addition, and subtraction concepts over time with the 10 frame. And that's what we in education called scaffolding, providing an organizational tool or something to support, like a scaffold, our students with the skills that they need to be successful mathematicians. So, if you're a parent or a teacher, don't underestimate the power of a 10 frame. It's not just 2 rows with 5 boxes each. It's a bridge to understanding numbers and operations for life. Let's give our kids the time, tools, and practice they need to grow into confident problem solvers. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and share this video with another teacher or parent who wants to make math click for kids.